Well, we've come to this time of the year again, the end of the year, snow's on the ground, Christmas is just around the corner, and it's time to start thinking about the year ahead. This month's Thoughts on Leadership, I'm wanting to talk about what is a constant, what is cyclical, and what is a novelty. You see, people talk about trends, and a lot of people believe that they are trends people and can talk about the trends. Truth is, nobody really knows what's ever going to happen. So what I want to do is try and give you some sort of framework to think about in the year ahead. Hence the title of this, Constants, Cycles, and Novelties. You see, trend analysts tend to use this as a way of looking at what the trends are. So think about it in terms of a constant. Constant is something that will always be there. It's like we will all always dress in clothes, okay? There may be cycles in what type of clothes we have. Maybe the cycles are because of the times of the year, or it may be just the fashion cycles. And then every once in a while, there's novelties come in. Now, here's the key. Something that is consistent. Every time there is a cycle, it just widens the band, it just slightly adjusts what makes it consistent. And every time we have a novelty, it can add finally to what's the constant. So take, for example, myself. I do a lot with the meetings industry because that's the industry that I work in, conferences, events, and meetings. There's always going to be meetings. Okay, this is not going to happen and then suddenly one day nobody's going to have meetings anymore. Yes, there's some cyclical. There's all sorts of things that come and go, novel ideas that come in and then go away and come back again. And then there's always the novelties. There's particular ways of doing things, particular types of training, particular approaches to things. And some of them really come in and then add to the mainstream, and others just sort of come in and go, and everybody gets excited about them, and then they just die away. Technology has done a lot to bring in novelties, but ultimately those have changed the constants, if you like. And the cyclicals, every time something comes around in a cycle, it doesn't match perfectly in the line that it was traveling before. It slightly alters that constant line. So what I'm wanting you to do is look at the year ahead. What is consistent? What is the real consistent stuff that you're delivering and offering? What is the stuff that's going to be cyclical and it's going to be there, but when it comes around is going to affect the way that you run the business or the way that you offer whatever it is that you're offering? And what is the novelty stuff that's going to come in? And can you be part of inventing the novelty? Can you be innovative and bring in the novelty ideas? Can you be part of managing the cyclical stuff? And when it comes back around, you are at the front end of it. Because that's what we're needing to do. Every one of us in business is needing to look at what we're doing and think about it in terms, what is always going to be there? What is the stuff that's going to be cyclical? And how can we drive the cycle of that? And then finally, when it comes around in the cycle and it adds to the mainstream again, is it going to be things that we really are the best at? We're the real experts at it. And then finally, what is the novelty stuff that's going to come in? And how can we be either adding those novelty things or taking them and adapting them to the mainstream? So think about it for your planning for the year ahead. Think about what your business is doing. Look back at some of the things that you have done. Identify some of those constants. Look at the cycles. Look at the novelties. And ask yourself, what do you think is going to happen in 2011? We'll do more of this as we go through the year ahead. But in the meantime, have a great festive season. Enjoy yourself and come back in 2011 really ready to be part of driving the business forward. Have a good one now. All the best. Bye now.